Hello, guys. Welcome to the Soft and Tender podcast. My name is Sandra, and I am your host. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. I hope you've had an amazing week, or at least I hope you've not had a bad week. I think that's the best I can hope for you, right? Because shit happens. So, anyway, as for me, I've had a productive week, and yeah, I think that's the summary. Productive week. Nothing special happened. I traveled on Tuesday, came back on Thursday. So yeah, productive week all in all. Okay, so here's a couple things that I did this week. As you guys should know already, I love reality TV. And I started watching Love is Blind last year. Love is Blind season 3. But guys, for some reason, I have still not been able to finish it. I don't know, I guess I just lost interest. And then I know that Too Hot to Handle, a new season came out. I've still not seen it. What other show? I don't know, man, but those reality shows haven't been of great interest to me. So now, besides the rom-com reality shows, I don't know if I can describe it that way, but I also love cooking shows, competitions, all of that. So the one I binged the other day, I think it's titled Barbecue Showdown, something like that. It has barbecue in the name, and I think it has Showdown. Just search it up on Netflix. It's relatively new. There's just one season. Guys, it is so good. I enjoyed it so much. So let me give you guys a quick brief about what it's about. So there are seasoned competitors who are like pit masters. So I want to believe my definition is correct, right? But I believe a pit master to be somebody that is an expert barbecuer. So now, if you guys know, in the US, they do barbecues a lot, outdoor barbecues, all of that. And anyway, so the show has experienced barbecuers coming to compete and for the title of the best barbecuer in America. And all of them have experience except one black guy, a Jamaican guy. I think he's an immigrant, so he's a US citizen now, right? And his name is, I think, Rashid. And he's the only one that had never competed before. So he was a rookie to the game. And he won the very first challenge, you guys. And he came in second at the end. Oh my god. I was a little bummed, right? Because I really wanted him to come first. But his last challenge, he didn't excuse me, he didn't cook I think it was a brisket. He didn't cook it to the judge's satisfaction. So that was a bummer, you guys. But the woman that won her name is Tina. Proud of her. She tried her best. And yeah, I think my second favorite character or contestant was Miss Sylvie, a 69-year-old woman that was still competing, so agile. But I love cooking so much. I really do. I think the only time I don't like cooking is when it becomes a chore, where I'm not just cooking because I feel like cooking. I'm just cooking because it's a chore and I have to feed my family members. But generally, 80% of the time I actually do enjoy cooking, right? And especially when I am cooking something that I've not cooked before, or cooking something that I really enjoy cooking, or experimenting with new ingredients. And I learned a lot from these cooking shows. Then at least I finished that one. Like I said, I binged it. Then there was another one I started watching as well. Also a cooking show. I've forgotten the name. I think there's cook in the name. but it's about home cooks, right? So each episode has different contestants. So 3 home cooks come to cook, and they have like a different theme depending on the guest judge for that episode. So I know that Melissa Cookstone, I believe her name is, she actually, let me tell you guys how I ended up watching Barbecue Showdown, right? So I was watching this home cook show, and there was an episode titled Barbecue, I think. And then the guest judge was Melissa Cookstone. Imagine being a cook and then your last name is Cookstone. Anyway, so apparently she's a barbecue champion, all of that. And like she has restaurants of her own, all of that. So I saw that the contestants were so happy to see her, and like we're praising her and we're saying, oh, that's my idol, that's my this, that's my that. So I'm like, I go to Google her, right, because I'm trying to find out more about this George. And when I come back to Netflix, you know, when you open Netflix, right, there's usually the trailer of a show playing like, I don't know how to explain. If you're watching on your laptop, there's like the backdrop, right, is usually of it suggesting a movie to you. And if you're watching on your laptop, right, or on your TV, whatever, the trailer of that will be playing. But if you're watching on your phone, at least on my own phone, the trailer doesn't play. It just shows the artwork, right? So kept on showing that barbecue stuff. And then it was like a 98% match for me. So I was like, let me watch this. So I put the home cook show on pause and then binged this one, which I obviously enjoyed more. And then there's another one I started watching. I think it's called Pressure Cooker. Bro, that one reminds me of Big Brother. So you guys know how Big Brother has like in housemates. I was going to say inmates when they're in prison. Excuse me. Has how Big Brother has housemates, right? And they're in the house, you know, all together and stuff. That's the same way this pressure cooker show is. So there's a set number of housemates. One person goes, unlike Big Brother, right? For the pressure cooker, one cook goes every episode, right? So it's really intense. And then you guys, people are wicked. There's this babe. In the very first episode, she was in the bottom 2 or so, bottom 3. And at the end of the day, people liked her and everything, and so they voted for her to stay in, only for this girl to go and spoil market for another person as soon as she could. I think in the next episode or so. Shora for being real. Loosely translated, that means watch out for women. Like I would even say watch out for people. People are wicked, you guys. Anyway, I put that on hold as well to watch my barbecue showdown, which excuse my yawning, which I enjoyed the most. So yeah, that's one notable thing I did this week. And then also, as you guys may or may not know, a good number of churches have fasts for the new year ongoing. I know most churches I know started January 9. My own church started January 4. I was supposed to end February 4. So that's 32 days, and yesterday, Thursday, was day 16, so today will be day 17. So we are supposed to break by 6, and at 5 o'clock there's a Zoom meeting for our prayer, right? So we pray from 5 to 6, and then today actually I was in transit during prayer. So yesterday, Thursday, I was in transit during prayer. So started at 5, and then I already packed my food, bro, because I was never really hungry today. There are some days where I'm like literally salivating. There are some days where Like today was one of the days where I had a busy day, right? So my head was already aching slightly, but nothing I couldn't manage. I didn't need painkiller, so it wasn't, I could still manage it. But today was one of the days where I was really not hungry, like my mouth was not looking for food or anything. I think 2 days ago, like I was really looking forward to 6. But so today I knew that with the kind of traffic I would probably meet on the road, it would be wise for me to pack food. So I had leftover bread from yesterday, and I carried my peanut butter, and then my mom bought rice for me. And so immediately the prayer finished, I'm not even joking, you guys, 6 o'clock on the dot, I picked up my bread and took a large bite, and then my mom is laughing. She's like, oh my god, God will just be looking and just be shaking his head, because like, bruh, you didn't even wait 1 second. Immediately I left the meeting and clicked on leave meeting and left and put the phone down. I just reached by my side to my left and picked the bread and ate. So we munched on the bread a little, right? Because we still had quite a distance to go for getting home. And then after that we started eating the rice my mom bought. So she ate hers first, because for some reason there was only 1 spoon, so I just had to wait for her to finish it. And then I ate my food, and then we got stuck in traffic, you guys, like over 2 hours. It was such an annoying standstill traffic, like so annoying. Anyway, so we got home much later than we anticipated, but that's okay. I mean, my mother kept on saying that since we're going home, she's not really bothered. It's not like we have an appointment, we're just going straight home and all of that. So yeah, I think that's the highlight of my week. And then let me tell you guys a story that I was telling my brother the other day. So I think I was in secondary school, high school, whatever you prefer to call it, right? And then I was in JS3, junior secondary school 3, which is equivalent to year 9. And there was this guy I had a crush on. I've had a crush on this guy since I was in JS1, you guys. So the entire JS1, JS2, JS3, so that was like year 7, year 8, year 9. I had a crush on this guy. But it was from afar, because he's a different religion than I am. And then, guys, I don't know if you guys know about this thing, but like in Nigerian secondary schools, if your school has boarding house, right, and in boarding house, the boarding house kids are always the extra cool kids, and then the day students are like there are some cool day students, so, but most of us were not cool, kokon. So he was in boarding house, and then he was like the part of the cool kids in the boarding house, right? So that particular day, my friends and I were teasing him and his friends, my so-called friends in quotes, friends in quotes. We're teasing him. He always wore his shorts. Then, like in junior secondary school, boys would wear shorts, and then when we got to senior secondary school, they would wear trousers. So he would always wear his shorts a little low, like a little below his waist, almost like he's sagging, but then like it's not bad enough. You guys, I'm just remembering that picture. He always looked so good. Anyway, so this day, my friends and I were teasing him and his friends, and we're telling them that, they should stop sagging and pull their trousers up. And we're like, you're stupid for sagging, blah, 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 blah. I've seen different tweets and stuff where people say that when kids like each other, that's when they like, insult them or bully them or tease them, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that day me and my friends were doing this. And then he starts warning us and telling us to stop, that we should stop. You guys, we didn't stop. We continued. The next thing like this, he just started chasing us. You people, see running. We started running. And we're trying to run out of the classroom. Like, keep in mind that this was after school, like way after school. So school ends at 2:05, and maybe this was like 2:30-ish. I don't know what time it was, but it was after school. There were no teachers around. Like, it was after school now. And then people are running. My friends are jumping through the window. And just as I'm about to get to the door, one of his friends just pushed a table and used the table to corner me against the wall. Before I could move the table and get out, I just started hearing a ringing in my ear, and my hand was on my face. This my crush, you guys, my darling loving, my crush had given me one heavy slap. This, like, even my parents, even up to date, nobody has ever slapped me like that in my life. It's only that boy. He slapped me, and like I could literally hear it was on the left side of my face, and I could hear ringing in my ears. Like, I just had to put my face down. Like, when he slapped it, where the face landed, like, it just turned to the right. It was just like that. And then I started weeping. I cried. I cried my heart out, you guys. And then I stepped out. I was upset. And then I decided to go and report him in the principal's office. And just before I go, that's how people are telling me, like, bro, your face is swollen. Like, there are finger marks on your face. Like, there are fingerprints, like your face. I'm like, bro, you really slapped me to the extent that people can see your hand on my face. It's funny now, you guys, but then, jeez. I think that was the end of it for me. There was no way I was going to keep crushing on somebody that was a woman beater. Why are you slapping me? I mean, woman beater is so strong, right? But nah, man, I never expected it. And I was so hot because it was somebody that I liked so much. Anyway, I went to report him, and then I guess they punished him. And then my parents got to know, and then they came to school the next day to fight. You guys, oh my god. Anytime I remember, for years, my parents never stopped making reference to it, especially my mother. But they never slapped me at home because of that thing. So I'll not be traumatized. Like, anytime I did something and my mother was threatening to slap me, my father would say she should not do, that she can hit me anywhere else, but not on my face, because of what that boy did to me. Anyway, yeah. So, you guys, please don't act out your feelings in violent ways. It's not worth it. Like, this is one thing I'll never forget, and I'll always look at that guy. Like, anytime, I don't know, it's been a while. I've not even seen him since God knows when. Since secondary school days. It's been a long while. I think, obviously, he slapped me, so I didn't care to keep contact with him, and he was never my friend to start with. So there was that. But beware of men. And I feel like the main lesson in this stage is, don't look for trouble that you cannot handle. Because that was what happened to me. Honestly, if I knew I could handle the trouble, I would have been able to jump out the window. But I was too scared to jump out the window when there's a door. Why am I going through the window? But my friends that they knew they could handle the trouble, that jumped out the window, Me, I could not jump out the window, and at the end of the day, I almost lost my hearing. But yeah, guys, secondary school. Anyway, guys, so please don't act out your feelings. Like, don't respond, don't react, just respond, right? If you react, then that's what happens. You end up slapping somebody, or don't be violent with your actions. That's the summary of this thing. Don't go and traumatize another person's child. But yeah, so that's just the catch up. I want to catch you guys up on my life. And then next week, there's so much gist I have for you guys. But yeah, I'm trying to ease into it. I don't want to start bombarding you guys at the beginning of the year. So yeah, so I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend, and I hope your coming week is productive. I hope it's not too stressful, and I pray that God blesses. Oh, by the way, you guys, Uganda joined us, and shout out to you, my listener or listeners in Uganda. I'm so happy and so glad to have you here. You make my world so much more beautiful. My heart is full. But yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to rate, review, leave a comment, share. Most importantly, share your social media and tag me, please. You guys, you can just tag me, Soft and Tender Podcast. And if you want to tag my personal account, just tag MOSANDRA, MOSANDRAA, MOSANDRA with an extra A. Or just tag Soft and Tender Podcast and follow us on Instagram, you guys, please. Soft and Tender Podcast needs to grow on Instagram, and I'm counting on you guys to make that happen. So yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode, and I really hope you enjoyed my little gists. And yeah, next week I'll be back with more reality show reviews, and hopefully I have more interesting gist of how my week went. Next week, you guys, let me keep it in and just give you guys an update next Friday. So I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.